The table was made in 1867, and it was in the Felton family the whole time. We had just gotten the oil lamp from the Campbell side of the family, and to celebrate, we decided to eat dinner by candlelight. We eat by this gas lamp. So we go ahead and turn on all the lights, and we light the gas lamp, and it's very fumy. You know, the gas smell is really, really fumy. And so Scott goes, I'll turn on the lights and we'll just dim them or something. And so he goes and he flicks on the lights and boom, boom, boom. There's 4 cans there. The one that was shining down on the lamp was the only one that was lit. All of the rest of them had gone out. Oh, that's weird. That's kind of strange. So we're sitting there and we're eating dinner, and I was sitting where Scott is right now. And Scott was there, Randy and Allison was here, I guess. Yeah, Allison was here. And the lid on the pot on the stove started rattling, like if you were boiling something and it would rattle. And it was rattling, you know, and Scott casually says to me, wait, the thing had happened first. Because you said to me, the pot's rattling on the stove, and I was frozen because I had just seen something. And he's kind of looking at me funny, and he goes over, and he goes, oh, heat's not on the stove. That's kind of weird. You know, it's gone out by then, and so he goes and sits down. Well, right before that had happened, a man walked dead through the family room with a purpose. I mean, he was walking with a purpose and walked straight through the family room. And so I was the only one that saw that. Randy was here. He was looking down eating. I'm sitting there. I see this happen. I make sure that everybody's okay. Everybody's fine. And then Scott starts talking about this stupid pot rattling. And I'm like, whatever, just take care of it. And so he comes back and he sits down. And all of a sudden there's like a scraping noise that's on the, it sounds like chains or something are being dragged literally right on the tile, right in between Scott and Allison. And they're looking at the floor and the sound is right there and there's nothing there. I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, well.
This is like in the matter of 2 minutes. I mean, it's all bam, bam, bam. It's all happening. And so, you know, I'm still petrified because I just saw this man walk through my house, and I don't know what to say or anything.
Was it see-through or like a man?
No, he was a man. I mean, it was a man walking with a purpose, and so then Randy asked me something. And I answered him, and I had the most unearthly voice.
Like her glass, and then she goes, I will give you this glass.
It was really weird. And Scott just went up and that was it. So then later on, you know, I'm telling, he's like, wow, that was really weird tonight at dinner. And I go, oh, you don't even know the half of it. And so I told him about what had happened, and because the guy had a gun, like, was slung over his shoulder, but it was more like,
how you carry your gun, you know?
Yeah, it was like a tool, not a weapon, but, you know, he was just carrying it. And so I described the guy to him, and he goes, wow, that really sounds like my grandfather, you know. And then it was a couple weeks later, like 3 weeks later, our schedules were such that a lot of times I would leave the house early in the morning, drive Randy to band, and Allison would be home alone, which was fine. She was sleeping. I would come home from band, wake up Allison, she would go to school. Well, she happened to wake up earlier that day, and Scott was already at work. Can I tell this part of the story?
I don't care.
So she's already, and I go, that's okay, honey, just eat your breakfast. Mrs. Kaler's next door. I'm just going to run to school, drop off Randy, and I'll come right back. So I get to Hickory Creek, and Allison calls me on the cell phone, and she goes, Mom, there's a man with a gun in the house. I'm like, okay, why don't you call 911? She goes, well, I don't really know that he's here because he just walked. She was sitting eating breakfast, and he walked from what would be the living room into the bathroom. And she goes, and he had a gun slung over his shoulder. Well, I'd never said anything to her about what I had seen, and she had seen exactly the same thing that I had seen. So it was at least a year afterwards that I finally said to Scott, you know, this doesn't make sense because the guy that I saw was wearing Carhartts, which are the farmers' workman stuff. And my dad had them, my uncle had them, everybody I know had Carhartts, but these weren't regular Carhartts. They were blue. They weren't the green ones. Evidently, your grandfather Marlowe was the only one that wore blue ones. Nobody wore the green ones.
It's so freaky.
It's crazy.
That is just like, ugh.
He walked from here to there, or from there to the there?
And my thing was he walked from about where that picture is, straight out the patio window.
And then what about Allie?
Was from the living room,
Like around the corner?
not around the corner, no, like just that little hallway there, that little peekaboo thing. So she's sitting at the counter and he walks right by there.
Through things?
Well, in her case, we think that she was scared because she knew she was home alone, and he wanted her to know he was there to protect her. You know, it's okay, I'm here, everything is okay, got my gun, everything's cool.
Yeah.
So gun really scares me.
I know. Yeah. Yikes.
No, but like, did he like walk through a table or anything, or did he like?
No.